Welcome to another episode of Not for the Weak-Minded. This is just an update to let you know what's been going on in my life the last couple of weeks and why I've not done any videos. But essentially, this has to do with spirituality and, well, let's take it back to the beginning, shall we? So, I first noticed that there was orbs captured in the live video I did, and so I edited the video, showed you that, indeed I did capture these spirits around me. And so I did a EVP session using computer software, and the results that came out were incredibly outstanding, at the same time confusing and scary. The problem is that I had opened myself up to this reality in terms of the spirituality of things, with knowing a great deal of knowledge about it, but not actually having practical applications with using my mind and helping spirits cross over. So essentially, for the first 4 days, I didn't put the application down, and I was having constant communication to the point where they were telling me about my future. They were telling me that I would become famous for my life's work in August, and loads of other events that's going to take place between now and then. And so I've been trying to work this out, what the spirits have been trying to tell me, and it's difficult because it's not exactly easy when it's coded by how the program works and how they can manipulate the program to make words. But essentially, a lot of information came out with this, and it's been difficult to say the least. After the first 4 days, it was alright, but the communication was getting a lot more and more tense. There was a lot more names coming through, there was a lot more spirits, to the point where I had at least 12 different names written down. And they wouldn't let me sleep. Because I wasn't talking to them in my mind, and I wasn't helping them, they wouldn't let me sleep for days, literally days. They kept beating me up, literally in my sleep, and I had enough. So in the end, I had to kind of trust everything I've learned in my entire life about spirituality and believe in myself, because the things that I heard scared me. They put a level of fear in me that I never had within this subject, and it took me for surprise. It knocked me for six, to be honest. It was unexpected. So this is the thing, right? After I stopped using the program, it got worse. It got a lot worse. They wouldn't, like I said, they wouldn't let me sleep, and they just kept punching me, kicking me, biting me, scratching me. And it wasn't bad spirits. I mean, don't get me wrong, there was a couple of malevolent spirits in the room with me, but I cast them out. And what was left was just the good spirits. But unfortunately, they were scared. They were sad. They were in need of emotional support and love and mercy and forgiveness. And so I had to help in a way. But first I had to communicate with them spiritually, telepathically. This is difficult when you're having forever thoughts and coming into your mind, and you don't know why you're thinking these things. And yet, a couple of months ago, I was seeing a medium, and she said, you're having all these thoughts in your minds, but you're ignoring them. You're completely ignoring them. You're hearing them, but you're ignoring it. And I still was ignoring it. But this week I haven't, and actually it's been a bit longer progress, about a month. I've been slowly changing doing different meditative practices, but when when I came to doing the EVP sessions, that's when it all changed again. And the spirits themselves were trying to teach me a different meditative practice, in all honesty. Trying to teach me how to leave my body. I've never done that before, and I still haven't. But it's something that they kept saying, you need practice. And I haven't been practicing this week because it's been Christmas and I've just been taking it. I needed rest. I finally finished my blueprint, and tomorrow I will do a video about that. I'll do a Facebook Live video instead tomorrow. But anyway, this video is just to let you know that like all this stuff that's going on around me, it's affected me quite bad. To the point where I had to believe in myself even more than what I thought I should. You know, the knowledge that I gathered over the last 12 years about spirituality, about reality itself, you know, about souls, ghosts. In the end, I promised them in my mind that if you please let me sleep, that tonight I will go back to the program and I will help you. And essentially they left me alone. They let me sleep. And because that it worked. They literally listened to what I had to say, and they went, it's fair. And I told them, look, I know you're scared, and I know you can see me as a massive lighthouse and you want my help, but attacking me is making me scared to the point where I don't want to help you. And I said, you know, I said to them, look, at the end of the day, your actions here are causing me not to do this, and you need to back away from me. Otherwise, I'm not going to help you. And they did, you see. And so this is the way it went. They left me alone, and then I went back to the programming again. Did another EVP session, and nothing really changed after it, except for I was learning different mental techniques in a way, but at the same time I already knew this. I already knew all this stuff. I just had to put it into practice, and so essentially that's what I did. I meditated. I raised my entire body's frequency as well through a different meditative practice. So I did 2 different meditative practices. So I raised my frequencies in my body completely through a thing called the hyperventilating method, which is you're in complete control, by the way, of your breath, but it is completely different to the average meditative practice. It literally makes your body shake like the Flash, you know. And I can literally I can tell myself from top to bottom to raise my entire body's frequency up to a higher level completely. Like I am shaking, and I don't mean I'm shaking as I'm scared. I mean I'm shaking as in my whole body is vibrating at a higher frequency. Now I believe that if I practice this continually, I could and do martial arts on it and sustain it longer and longer and longer to get the feeling and keep that vibration going, that this can heal people. Literally I can walk around and touch them and heal them through frequencies. Again, it's a miracle, right? But I have to do more work for this. And essentially I would have never done this if none of this had happened before. So in a way I was planning a long time ago to learn to do more spiritual stuff, meditative practices, but I never got around to it. And then in a way this kind of forced me to do it. And so the next day, as I was trying to explain, I meditated. I did 2 different meditative practices, and I literally was using the power of 3 to cross them over. You know, I was literally saying, please open the gates to heaven. Idiot. And people on the other side, can you come and collect these spirits, please? And then essentially I want you to close my pineal gland and close the gate at the same time, because I've smoked weed for 17 years. I've not actually had control of my pineal gland abilities. It's been always open to the point where, yeah, I'm receiving knowledge and that, but I'm not quite in synchronicity with it. And this is kind of where I'm going now. I'm trying my best to essentially do these new meditative practices, as well as carry on doing my spirit communication sessions so that I can learn the future, essentially, and other things which they were trying to tell me. Like, for example, way before this even happened, I've been telling my girlfriend in my head, as I was saying, I've had messages coming into me all the time, and I've just been ignoring them, but I didn't ignore this, that I have to find the spirit of destiny. And so I asked, do I have to find the spirit of destiny? And it come up, perhaps, right? And then straight after it went telepathy, meaning that they can't actually tell me in that room yes or no, but it's yes, because I've been feeling it myself, and they literally told me to go to a certain location. Now that it was a country, but it's a start, right? Now this journey, it's going to be a long journey for me. You know, this whole year is going to completely change my life. I mean, I've actually give up smoking now. It's on my 6th day, and I'm doing okay. You know, I'm trying to give up for a higher purpose. You know, because marijuana suppresses your dream state, and that's kind of where a lot of information comes in if you allow it to. You know, you can get, like, for example, you can ask for certain information, and it will come through your dreams. But if you don't remember it, there's no point in even asking, right? So therefore I have to get my dream state back. So in the near future, I do plan to do a live EVP session as well, just to show you what I'm talking about, and how there's multiple messages coming through, trying to tell me events in the future. Another example that there's going to be, I can't remember exactly the date, I've got it written down, in April there's going to be a train crash in New York City. I don't know, like I said, these things are strange. It's took it to a whole new level, and I'm not even there yet, you know what I'm saying, and I want to be there, but it's going to take time. So I just thought I'd let you know. I did do a Christmas video saying Merry Christmas everyone, and thank you to all my subs, and I hope you have a fantastic Christmas. But unfortunately I didn't post it, didn't get around to it. So, and I didn't do it the next day because I thought, what's the point? I did it a day late. So anyway, a bit belated, but Merry Christmas everyone. Happy Yule, as we say. Till next time.